Hi there, so my name is Andy Martin and I do blockchain business value design for a living. So today I'd like to talk to you about what comes next after the blockchain. It's my point of view that what comes next is the token economy or the network economy. Now a token, here's a token, it's a 25 cents coin. We've been using tokens forever. And tokenization is merely the means of capturing the ownership to that token onto a blockchain, where that token could be fungible, where you don't care which coin you've got, or it could be non-fungible, where it relates to a specific asset. And what we're doing with the tokenization is we're conferring ownership rights over that asset on the blockchain. Now, an interesting point about a blockchain is its infrastructure. Once you've built, like a railway, once you've built a railway from London to Manchester, you're done. It's good for 50, 100 years before you need to touch it again. And it's the same with the blockchain. And what the blockchain is doing is it's taking that tokenized asset and it's turning it into a digital asset, which means that the ownership of that asset can be transferred peer-to-peer without the need of an intermediary in the middle to confirm that ownership transfer or that value transfer. And it's that principle that makes the token economy, that makes the network economy possible. And it's incredibly valuable because what it does is it decentralizes power. Because right now, the power of intermediaries, the power of owning those data lakes of information about our digital footprints is handed by just a very few parties, making these companies phenomenally valuable. What we're doing with the blockchain infrastructure is we're decentralizing power of that information, of these digital assets, making it much more democratic and making it possible to tokenize many assets that otherwise would not be tokenized, would not be possible to trade, because those folks who own that data and who own that digital asset would not be happy to hand over the power of governing that asset to a central intermediary. So what comes next then is the token economy or the network economy, which is about trading of digital assets peer-to-peer without an intermediary on the infrastructure of the blockchain. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed that and please leave any comments in the field below. Cheerio.